Yeah, I have to restart that. And so, if you can just imagine just spending your whole life pretending or wanting or desiring to be somebody else or everyone else other than yourself, and so you finally get to a place, I think everybody does, of just you no longer concern yourself by, trying to please or trying to be or feeling that need that you have to be someone else other than your true self, other than the person that you were sent here to be. And so finally getting comfortable within your skin and with yourself to the point of where you can start living. Because anything other than that, there's no way it's living. And so long enough, having peace long enough to finally you're introduced to yourself. Eventually, you come to know yourself. And so I know today and this moment at 37 years old that I can fulfill my dreams. But not only can I fulfill my dreams, but I can be comfortable with who and what I am. And so as I drive myself and as I'm highly motivated, then I have that right to also surround myself by those very same people. And so it's a privilege, I feel to me, to surround myself with like-minded people. All of us have that right, and so there was a couple situations that had arose where it really got me to thinking. And so finally, for the first time in my life, that I can say, outside of the box of being black, outside of the box of being a man, outside of the box of being gay, outside of the whatever box that society may feel the need to do that, at the end of the day, we have the right to be who we are. So to know ourselves be true, I can end that statement with that. And so I don't have to be anyone else other than my true self. And so I'm learning not only to love yourself and to live beyond the drama and to live beyond the chaos. And going after those things that I need to support me. Going after those things that I need to function. Going after the things that I need to fulfill my dreams and to live the life and the quality of life that I deserve today. And so if it doesn't line up with it, then why would I go my way to even entertain it? And so as I'm learning these things, sharing with others, as I'm learning these things, I know that I'm not the only one who has ever felt like this or who may feel like this. Whatever your situation in life may be, whoever you see yourself as being, everyone has the right to be who they are. Everyone has the right to love themselves, and everybody has the right to have peace in their life. Everyone has the right to have that quality of life that they desire, and no one has the right to tell you anything different. No one has the right to attempt to alter that. And again, I say to know oneself be true. And so as I allow my faith to lead and guide me and to embrace who I am today, everyone has that right. And so love yourself. Learning to love yourself is one of the hardest things, because we can sometimes find ourselves, just to please or just to keep the peace or just to get along, to try to fit in or to try to be someone or something that we are not. And so no one has that right to dictate and tell you who you are or what you have to be in order to receive their love, in order to receive their acceptance, in order to obtain their approval. We first must learn how to approve of ourselves, to accept ourselves, and first and foremost, to love ourselves. And so each of us have a different journey, each of us have a different path. But I know today that the beauty of it is that I can love myself, that I am lovable, that I can be who and what I am, flaws and all, the mistakes I'm going to make, the wrong turns I'm going to take, the imperfections that I may have, and that's the beauty of lessons that we all must learn. And so, as I am on this path, and as I'm learning myself, and as I'm growing into my skin of self-love, that it's a journey. It's a journey. It is truly a journey. And I refuse to fit inside anybody's boxes any longer. I refuse to play the game of attempting to wear a different mask. I refuse to please anyone else. I refuse to live by society's standards of what it is to be a man, what it is to be a black man, what it is to be a black gay man. Their standards. When I am who I am, we are who we are. However you may see yourself, and you have every right to be who and what you are. And so my base and foundation is just learning to love yourself. Managing the stress, formulating a plan to achieve my dreams and my goals. We all have that right to live beyond our wildest dreams. You have that right. We have that right. We all have that God-given right to live the life and not having to wait to the hereafter to do so, that you can live your dreams. You have permission. I give myself permission to live beyond my wildest dreams of goals, of aspirations, the hope and faith of that little boy who was told what he couldn't be, what can't be done. But yet he always managed to believe that there was going to be a greater life. He always managed to believe that despite the hatred and the taunts and the beatings, the trauma, the chaos that he witnessed, he always knew this deep-seated truth that was life better, that there was more to life, that God had more for him to do. And so today, that boy has become a man. And that man is able to do what that little boy wasn't. And that's to be true to himself and to love who he chooses to love, to live the life that he chooses to live, to have the peace that he didn't have. He can obtain those things today. And he has every right to do so. To break down those barriers that despite what society says or the boxes that society attempts to place us in, is living on his own standards, living by his own rules, and loving who he is. And so through faith, through prayer, through God's hand of mercy, he's going to live the life that is beyond all dreams, even his own dreams, because we serve a God who will see to it that his life will bear witness to the things unimaginable, but it showcases to the world that he is the same God yesterday, today, and forevermore. That if you keep your eyes on him and stay steadfast and following him and seeking him on a daily, that wonders still exist, that wonders are still taking place here even today, despite what's going on in this country, what's going on in this world, despite who may come against them or even be for him, that it begins and ends with him. And so, as he keeps God first, all things are possible. And so as he continues to strive and sow those seeds of faith and seeking God on a daily, that it's going to be a testament to God's love, his unwavering hand for all of us. And so God doesn't pick and choose on who he wants to love or don't love, or condition based, if you do this or if you do that, that he'll love us. He have unconditional love. And to come to the state and the truth of the fact that he created all of us in his own image. So as there is different types of birds and different types of cats, different types of insects, that he created human beings in the same matter. And so we owe it to ourselves and we owe it to God to embrace who and what we are, our differences, and learn how to coexist and help each other to grow, to flourish, and to step into the skin and the faith and purpose that he created and placed all of us on. That is what set human beings apart from animals and beasts, that we all have that God-given right to embrace and love ourselves, the God-given right to love each other, even if we may have differences, even if we have different backgrounds, that we all are fighting and seeking and attempting to live the lives that we all desire. We all have that right. And so I share this message of hope, this journey. And I ask if you're listening to this to take this journey with me. And let's share it. And let's shut down the walls that separate us and get back to what unites us as not only children of God, but human beings. We all have that right to love, to be, to grow, to become the people that he created us to be. Let's embrace it. And then and only then, we can all focus on, the chaos of the world, the insanity that's going on all over the world, all over this country, or we can unite and come together and focus on those things that bind us, focus on those things that unite us. Let's focus on those things that we all can connect on. And allow that fire to grow and spread. And that's the only method, the only way to combat the hatred, the distrust, the division that we have in the world today. And so I thank you for listening. God bless. God keep us. And I ask you to join me on this journey. God bless.